everyone, and welcome. My name is Jamie Loomis. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and a certified personal trainer. This exercise routine is structured for someone just finishing physical therapy or someone getting started with an exercise routine who just wants a well-balanced arm routine. So here we are. We're going to get started with a little warm-up. It's going to be shoulder external rotations with the arms bent at 90 degrees, followed by arm circles front and back, and PNF or diagonal reaching to get the arms warmed up, increase the blood flow before starting our exercise routine. Last few right here, and then we're going to be getting into our forward arm circles. So arms down by the side, think big arms reaching the fingertips up as we do nice smooth circles forward. With this one, your stomach is actually relaxed, so you can get a little bit of movement here at the trunk, really opening up the shoulders as well as your mid-back. To change directions, now we're doing backward arm circles. Still thinking big arms, rotating the shoulders up and back to loosen them up in all different directions before our workout. Last part of our warm-up is PNF or diagonal reaching. We're starting on the left arm. Palm starts facing down at your hip, and then you open it up and reach back as you come up and across your body. You can actually follow your arm with your head, that way you're getting a nice little neck stretch as well as the shoulder. So we're doing 10 repetitions on the left. Now we are switching to the right. So palm starts down when it's by your hip, then you open it up as you reach up and look behind you. Last one here, and then we're going to be getting on our stomach for our first three exercises. So our first three exercises are all going to be on our stomach or in prone position. The first one is shoulder flexion, so your arms are straight out in front of you. When you're lifting up, you're keeping your gaze straight down at the mat so that your chin is tucked. You're strengthening the muscles on the back of your neck. I'm also lifting my legs here, that way I get an added benefit of strengthening my glutes and my low back. We're doing 10 repetitions into flexion, and then we're going to bring our arms out to the side to do what's called a T-raise. So short little rest break here, arms straight out to your side. Notice gaze stays straight down, so I'm strengthening my neck. I'm not looking up or straining. And then as I lift my arms, I'm pinching my shoulder blades together. These prone exercises are so important for strengthening our scapular and mid-back muscles that we round and fatigue throughout the day when we are sitting at our desk or sitting on our couches at the end of the day. So very important muscles to strengthen, not only functionally but for pain management as well. Our last prone exercise is going to be prone shoulder extension. Palms facing down, elbows locked, thinking big arms, lifting straight up, gaze is still straight down at the mat. Again, I'm lifting my legs to add a glute and low back strengthening to this movement. We're doing 10 repetitions of all three exercises, then we're going to repeat for a second set. Perfect. So little rest break here, and then we're going to repeat all three, starting with that prone shoulder flexion. Here we go, 10 repetitions. Remember, gaze stays straight down. Last one right here, and then getting into the prone T-raise. Arms straight out to your side, thinking big arms reaching through those fingertips, pinching the shoulder blades in the bottom at the top of the movement, gaze staying straight down. Last one for the T-raise, and right into prone shoulder extension, palms facing down, pinching those shoulder blades down and together as you lift your upper body and legs up towards the sky. Last one right here, and then we're going to be coming up to do a modified push-up. So you're going to be on your knees. You're going to be in a modified plank position, meaning your spine is totally straight from your head down to your knees, stomach pulled in tight, arms just a little bit wider than shoulders, lower down nice, slow and controlled. You're not protruding your head, your spine stays straight the whole time. As you lower, squeeze your elbows at the top. We're doing 10 repetitions here. If this still feels like a challenge, you're going to stay on your knees. Otherwise, I'm going to show you full push-up position for the second set. I will also show you modified push-ups against the wall if the ones on your knees are also too challenging, because even planks and push-ups on your knees should be really hard. So now here's a full push-up. Spine is completely straight, chin is tucked, gaze straight down, lowering towards the mat and squeezing at the top of the motion. So a push-up is a controlled plank, meaning your spine stays straight the whole time as you lower. So this is a really, really hard exercise to do correctly, but it's a great overall body exercise if you can master it. Excellent job. Those are not easy. I'm just going to stand up and show you a modified push-up on a wall. You're just going to back your feet up. Hands are still a little bit wider than shoulders. Lowering in towards the wall. Stomach stays straight, chin tucked. If you want to make it harder, you can back your feet up and do a nice, slow, controlled push-up. Work your way towards doing it on your knees. Our next exercises we're going to do with free weights. How you pick the right weight for you is a weight that you should be able to do with a nice controlled motion, meaning your stomach stays pulled in tight, you're not hiking your shoulders or compensating anywhere. Our first move is a row. So your hips are going to be hinged, meaning you're slightly tipped forward, stomach tight, gaze is straight ahead of you, pinching your shoulder blades together, straightening the arms out in a controlled manner, and then really pinching, squeezing back to strengthen the back of your shoulders, your shoulder blade muscles, and you're getting a little bicep work here too. Showing you a different angle from the front. This is our second set of 10. Arms out in front of you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Control the lengthening of your arms as you bring them out in front of you. Stomach pulled in tight. Again, don't hike your shoulders anywhere. If you're hiking, if this feels really challenging, just drop the weight by a few pounds. Last one right here, and we are going to get right into our next arm exercise, a bicep curl. So again, just like we work the legs in all directions, we're working the arms in all directions. First back, now this is forward. Stomach is pulled in tight, you're in a little bit of a pelvic tilt position, meaning your lower abs are engaged, palms facing up, squeezing at the top of the motion, and nice, slow, controlled lower. Your feet are just a little bit wider than your hips. You're not compensating anywhere, you're not hiking your shoulders. If you are, you should lower the weight. If it feels easy, try a little more. Just showing you the side angle, you can see I pulled my stomach in for that pelvic tilt, meaning my spine is completely straight as I'm doing these bicep curls. Here's our second set of 10, and I'm going to show you a little variation of the movement for a third set of bicep curls. Really nice job. So here I'm showing you can get the legs involved. We're going to do a wall sit while doing a bicep curl. So your knees are going to be bent about 90 degrees, your back is flat against the wall, and you're going to do bicep curls. Here I'm actually doing hammer curls, meaning my thumbs are pointed up instead of palms facing up. 10 repetitions here, just getting the legs involved so we increase our heart rate a little bit while doing this arm work. Excellent. All right, getting into our next exercise for the triceps. We're going to do an overhead tricep press with a single weight. So your arms are on either side of the dumbbell, lifting straight up overhead, really squeezing your elbows at the top of the motion, activating those triceps. Try to keep your elbows pointed straight forward so that you're isolating that muscle. We're going to do 2 sets of 10 with an overhead press, and again I'm going to show you another modification for our third set. About to start the second set, showing you a different angle from the side. Stomach is pulled in tight, spine is straight, lifting straight overhead, squeezing that tricep muscle at the top of the motion. Last one right here. And for our third set, I'm going to show you a different variation to work the triceps down on the mat. So back flat, knees are bent. You're going to go up into a bridge position. Elbows are in just like they were when you were standing. Now we're using 2 dumbbells, controlling the lower down towards your head and squeezing at the top of the motion. I like this variation because you get the added benefit of, again, working your legs and your core while doing arm exercises. Squeeze at the top, 10 repetitions here. Last one, and come on up for our last arm exercise. We are going to be doing a modification of a snatch, but it's going to be a diagonal motion at the shoulder, working in all different directions. So you're going to start in your left arm. Your arm reaches down towards your opposite foot and then up and over, straighten it out at the top. You want to use a little bit lighter weight for this one so you're not hurting the shoulder, but it's really nice because it works the shoulder in all different directions, keeping the arm balanced as well as giving you some nice tone. When you reach down towards your opposite foot, go ahead, you're going to switch sides. Make sure you are hinging at your hips. Bottom is going back behind you just like it would if you're doing a regular squat, so your knees stay behind your toes. Stomach is still pulled in, nice controlled motion. We're doing 10 repetitions on each side and then repeating for 2 sets. The last one in your first set, reach up and straighten the arm at the top. It's showing you a different angle so that you can see when I'm squatting down, my bottom's going behind me, knees staying behind the toes, reach down and come up. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can add that hop, so that's that real snatch move. You're reaching down, hopping, extending that arm at the top of the motion. If that feels too jarring, too challenging, just go back to the modified version that we were doing before without the jump. Nice, slow, controlled reaches. Again, pick a weight that is right for you where you're not going to be arching your back or compensating in any way. You should feel like you have control the whole time while it still is a little bit of a challenge. Last one right here. Excellent. Go ahead, you're actually going to pick up the other weight. We're going to do a little bit of a stretch holding the weights. You're going to kind of let the weights pull your arms, your shoulders down, and you're going to pinch your shoulder blades together. It's just a nice way to get some distraction through the arms. Pinch your shoulder blades to mobilize and stretch that middle part of your spine. Go ahead and give your neck a little stretch here too. Bringing your head straight back, then looking up at the sky. You should have full range of motion here at the neck. Again, just a nice little dynamic stretch or mobilization at the end of the workout. We're going to do a couple back bends here. Same thing. I'm a big proponent for low back and neck pain prevention, so making sure you have good mobility throughout the spine at the end of your workouts is a great way to go about your exercise. So nice gentle back bends here, and we're going to stretch out the front of the arms. So you're going to use your right arm pulling on your left fingertips. Start above your shoulder, then pull all the way down. You should feel a nice stretch in your forearm and across your wrist. 3 repetitions here on the left, and we'll switch and stretch the right arm. All right, so now the left fingertips grab the right fingertips and pull down to stretch out your forearms. We use our wrists and hands a lot throughout the day, whether we're on our computer, on our phone, so it's nice to stretch them in the opposite direction so we keep good mobility at our wrists. Now we're going into a prayer pose, again stretching those wrists out of that flex position. You can come up and do reverse prayer, stretching the wrists in a different way. And if you want to add a little hip opener to it, you go into a deep squat stretch, resting your elbows on the inside of your knees while in that prayer and reverse prayer position. Excellent job, everyone. This was not an easy routine. I cannot wait for your fitness journey, and I will see you next time.